Who are these guys? Why are they even here?
I don't know. Do they even know how to graph a function?
Oh no, let's see. With a knowledge check. What does this function look like on a graph?
You didn't get it, did you? It's cause you're not at that level yet.
Well, it seems they don't understand it. Let's teach them, right?
Yeah!
Alright guys, before we get into everything that is functions, there is some stuff that I'd like you to know first. A function in math is a special relation between the set input of values and the set of output values. In a function, each input value, which is x, gives a particular output value, which is y. We represent a function in math as f of x or y equals, they both mean the same thing. Another thing that you'll see in a lot of equations is a positive or a negative real number after 5x or 6x. This thing is what we call the y-intercept. The y-intercept is the place the graph intersects the y-axis. Now that you know most of the basic terms, let's get into the first type of function you'd see on a graph. Alright, so in this part, we'll teach you how to read and break down a linear function. This is the function we are going to break down and solve for you. We'll use a real-life word problem to help you visualize and understand this more.
This is Bob. He will be the subject of our equation, and he is a hard-working individual at this Roblox fast food shop. Sadly, Bob got into a tiny accident, and now he's going to be looking for a new car. The crash was pretty bad, but he's back at work, and he's now saving for his new $5,000 car. He's doing this by putting $500 away a week to save for this car. The question is, how many weeks would it take for Bob to get $5,000? Now that I've said the word problem, Jake will now explain it.
Now that you see the problem, I'll break it down. The m equals the slope, or the rate of change, which is 500. In this case, how much money Bob needs to save a week. The x is one variable. In this situation, how many weeks pass. B is the y-intercept, or how much you start out with. In this example, it's how much money Bob started out with when he began saving. We'll have it be 0%. Finally, y is the solution. In this case, how many weeks it'll take Bob to save up.
Now, with your knowledge, you should be able to know what this means. For this function, what is the slope and y-intercept?
Nice job. You're getting smarter. Most of you.
Hey guys, welcome to Autodromo Nacional Monza. This is the place we are going to be learning about the coolest functions to me. I call them quads. You could also call them quadratics. Quadratic functions are the equation that always have their input to the power of 2. So most equations will look like this. X to the power of 2, y equals x to the power of 2, just like that. On a graph, these create pretty interesting shapes that's like an arch or upside down U. This is called a parabola.
Parabolia?
No, Jake, it's parabola.
Parabellum?
Jake, it's parabola! Parabola! Not parabolica, not parabellum, It's parabola! Sorry about that, guys. What we call the parabola is a shape like this. It resembles an arch, such as the Gateway Arch in St. Louis. As you can see, it's a symmetrical shape. The middle of this symmetrical shape is called the vertex. A vertex can either be called a minimum or a maximum, depending on if it's at the top or the bottom of a shape.
The solutions of a quadratic equation is where the parabola crosses the x-line or the x-intercept. Sometimes you'll hear things called range and domain. This is basically talking about the inputs of the x-axis and the outputs of the y-axis. In all equations, the domain is all real numbers, because each input has an output, but for range, in this parabola, is y is greater than or equal to 5. This is because the lowest the graph gets on the y-axis is equal to 5 and no less than that. So it would be greater than or equal to 5.
What is it?
Is it question time?
Yeah, it's question time! Alright guys, it's question time. Let's see if you learned. So in this function, where is the vertex? Is it a minimum or is it a maximum? Alright, I hope that most of you guys got it there. It's getting a little hard, but I'm glad you guys are still learning. Yeah.
Welcome back. Are you ready to learn another function? Today, we are Air Base Gary. And we are learning about exponential functions. Exponential functions can see extremely fast growth or decrease, which is called exponential growth or decay. These functions occur when a number is raised to the power of x. Visually, these functions appear to be a straight line, or rising gradually then seemingly shooting straight up, or if it's negative, decreasing gradually or going straight down.
Another interesting thing about these equations is that the line never actually reaches a certain value, whatever number it starts at. It gets infinitely close, but never actually reaches it. This is called the asymptote. Alright guys, so this is a little complicated, so we'll show you a visual example. You can see this F-16 here. Our pilot here will show you a visual example of an exponential function by doing a unrestricted climb. Alright, cool.
Wait, is that Jeopardy music? Does that mean it's time for a knowledge check?
Yeah. Alright guys, knowledge check again. This is your last one. Congratulations for getting through the video. Alright, the question is, can you identify the vertex and the asymptote of this function?
Wait, you actually got it? I mean, finally you got one. I mean, nice job. Welcome back, you skibbity sigmas.
Alright, y'all. I'm happy that you finished and watched this video to the end. You guys should now know what each of these functions are and how they work. You guys are the goats, man. This video took a lot of work and a lot longer than you think it'd be for this lackluster performance. It was painful, but we did it.
This file took up a lot of space, so I might put my laptop in the washer to clean it.
That's familiar. Alright, guys. We did it. Jake! Roll the credits!
Ela joga rápida com força, bomba na via, te falo legal. São calibão, 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 tá apontando assim, calibão.
Jehremy, after editing everything, I finished this at 11:58 p.m. bro.
Who are these guys?